Hello! Welcome, everybody, to Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, where we take those three things, mix them together, and magic happens! Hello, you're probably wondering, who the fuck is this guy behind the DM screen? Hey, it's your boy, Briggsy, coming at you. So we've all had a wonderful break. Has everybody had a wonderful break?
Oh yeah.
I'm broken.
Oh,
from the break.
Damn. Do you want to talk about it? We could just spend the next couple of hours talking about what's wrong with you. Well, we don't have time for that.
No.
Park that. I'm here after this break to do a little special thing with the boys. We are down Sai because he's doing something else.
Too cool
For us now. Yeah, he's leveled up.
Oh, he's leveled down clearly because he's not here with us.
No year, no him.
So. Oh, put him in the bin. But we're doing a cheeky little short run of almost like a one shot for yourselves, exploring some different potential plot threads within Remarus, campaign 1 that we did. When did we end that? That was
late.
Was it late last year?
Mid last year.
Mid last year? It was a mid-year.
It was mid,
yeah. Just to kind of tide us over because our dear wonderful DM is indisposed currently. But hopefully we will have him back soon because we love him a lot.
We love you. Hello.
So you're stuck with me for a short period of time. You're welcome.
Shame.
So we're dipping back into that world. I know for some of you've probably only joined us for Danilo's superb campaign, and I did run one briefly for 3 years.
3 years too many, some might say.
That was 3 years with a break in it as well.
Yeah.
I had to take a step away because you lot were doing my fucking head in.
Yeah, we did.
But we're back. We're here. We move. Hopefully this is something that you will enjoy. First couple of sessions will probably take a little bit of time to get into it. So please bear with us. But as you bear with us, we could probably tell you a couple of things. Starting with maybe if you wanted to check us out on some social media platforms. Where could they do that, Mark?
That's me. You can find us on Instagram, X, aka Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, at DD and D Pod, and we've also got a link tree to send you to all the right places as well, which you can see down there.
Boom.
Check it out. There. Lots of amazing content.
That
coming thick and fast as well.
Yeah.
So thick. Thick. Now, sometimes reading stuff, that can be long, arduous, looking at stuff and just letting it wash over you can be more fun. George, you probably know about stuff coming.
Everyone hates reading, it's a fact. Alright,
we weren't made for it.
No, if you like reading, get over it. No one cares. But I'll tell you what is better than that, videos, because videos are great. You may already be watching us live. Hopefully you are. Hello to those of you that are. To those of you that are not, why aren't you?
Tell us.
Get over it. Watch us live on Twitch by searching DD&D Pod. You can see us live Sundays fortnightly now that we're back from our Christmas break. But if you can't watch us live, we understand. Still not my favourite child, but I understand and still back you when I need to. But you can then watch us on YouTube, where we put up the VODs of these live videos. So you can watch that on YouTube. You can also watch us through Spotify if it decides to start working again. Last episode didn't upload as a video. I don't know why.
99% of it did.
Yeah, it got hit. It spent 8 hours uploading and then went, so yeah, you can technically watch us on Spotify as well. And then you can also watch us on TikTok, talking about video content. Recently there was a video that got 2,000 views
Woo,
of this.
baby.
This was your gorgeous face,
Oh,
right?
thank
That's
you.
what did it. That's
Yeah.
what got us across
Well, that's
the
what I
line.
would say anyway.
We just need to put your face everywhere and get you
Poster
nude
boy.
on camera
Oh, for sure.
if you're down.
Well, Twitch's new.
Policy. There we
Yeah,
go.
they're
Those
open
black
to a lot of
bars.
things.
It's artistic.
You heard it here first, people. It's happening. Next session, all nude. Back to you in the studio, Nathan.
Thank you. Please do let us know if you are enjoying the TikTok content. A lot of that was filmed just on one day. So if you like that kind of content, please do let us know so that we can record more of it. If you want to see something else, let us know on the social media platforms of your choosing. Now, if enjoying our content has been something that you really want to express your thanks, then maybe you could do so by reaching into your pocket and giving us something. Right, Matt?
Sounds strangely sexual.
Like most things are strangely sexual to you, like you're just
Really set me up there.
deviants.
No, we're just horn dogs.
You are correct, but not in the sexual way. They can give us.
I mean, I like to think that I am correct in a sexual way, but just not at this moment in time.
they can. They can give us any money they desire, if they want. But
Yeah.
certain tiers will get you certain rewards.
There we go.
For instance, our current Patreons, Bruce Broggs, and our new one, Zachary, in the house.
Praise be. Thank you.
Bruce has been in the campaign,
He has.
and Zachary, if he wishes, could inject himself into that world.
He could pull something out of his pocket and
Indeed.
inject
Inject himself.
Yeah, if he so desires. But it also helps the show, keeps the lights on. That there's currently 3 out, in fact. So
It literally doesn't.
So thank you, Bruce Broggs and Zachary.
Well done.
thank you.
Yes. We will be reaching out to Zachary to discuss. Someone died. To discuss what we will be doing, if it's something that he would like to wait until the campaign comes back proper, or we can just do it twice. Who knows? But yeah, those are some lovely little things that you can look out for. But maybe, just maybe, you don't want to spend money, and if anything, you're actually looking to save money. Well, boy, do I have you looked out for. That didn't make any sense. Gamesy, wonderful company based here in the UK that make luxury handcrafted items for geeks and gamers worldwide. That's right, they ship worldwide. So, if you fancy a hot new set of dice, maybe you would like a t-shirt with your favourite class on there, maybe you would just like a box to keep all your precious little clickety-clackities in,
Oh, wait.
you can head on over to GameTea and use discount code TheBriggsy, that's TheBriggsy, for 5% off of your entire order. You get money off, they make money, and we get a small bit of that money. It's a win-win-win. Why wouldn't you do it? There we go. Oh, I'm sweating now. Also, we also have merch, technically. This is a Dungeons, Dice and Dudes top.
Look at that.
If that's something that you would like, let us know, and we might make some. And we'll charge you a very fair price. Not $1 over the market value. And of course, finally, before we kind of get into things, as he is not here to do it himself, Thinking Critically. Thinking Critically is a discussion... No. Is a what?
Discussion-based podcast.
Discussion-based podcast where they take a single word or topic and discuss it in the TTRPG framework. I did this so well before we went live.
You actually did.
Yeah,
It's
I
not a
smashed
lie,
it. Their most recent episode is Translation, which is them Danilo being joined by fellow Englishman Austin, aka AC Wickham. So check that out. Also, Think Crit D&D on most platforms, so Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all that jazz. So please do check them out. It's a really great podcast. It makes this one look like shit.
Nice. That's the plug right there. Yeah. There it is.
Don't watch this
Don't
one.
say here.
Watch the
Yeah,
sister
yeah.
podcast.
What the fuck are you doing listening to this? Jesus.
I'll tell you what, you're already here, stay here, listen to this, then once you're done, just listen to his.
Sounds like a hostage situation. Man. Stay here, I've locked the door. You can't leave.
Don't leave! Don't leave!
Please
If
don't
you
leave.
get up to go open your bedroom door, it's locked. You can't get out.
Yeah, you're stuck with us now.
Whew, it's been a little bit.
It's been a while.
Right, well.
Should we play some
I
D&D?
think- Yeah,
Let's
let's
do
Let's play some fucking D&D.
It's been so long.
Let's play some D&D. We're gonna start playing. We're gonna start playing some D&D by me first of all playing. Oh god, it's so slow. Hang on. This bit of music. It's it's a bit loud, isn't it? Let me turn that down a little bit.
Christ.
Huh?
Oh, I'm
Jesus.
sorry. Jesus, Mark, no. Right. Sorry, if you can, there's probably a weird noise that you can hear in the background. That's just someone hoovering upstairs, so apologies for that.
It's the sound of rolling thunder.
Yeah.
Could have
Yes,
yeah.
across the fields.
So stormy out here.
getting all wet.
Wow.
Time heals all wounds. This is a common saying that inspires hope, yet does not diminish the experiences that one has gone through. This could very aptly be applied to the past 20 years of Remarus. The war that once ravaged Esteros, now over. The outright ban of necromancy following the Undying Day. The purge of those who would have faith in the betrayer gods and those unrecognised by the holy city of Corminthia. All have transpired and people have been able to move on and grow, but not forget. Now, whispers of looming threats still percolate through the various courts of the cities of Remarus, and rumblings of a need for change reverberate through the common folk. Alas, that is something for another day. For we pull ourselves down into the blistering heat and the smooth sands of Tei Kahan, the western continent of Remarus, home to a unique blend of cultures, practices, and people. From the dizzying towers of Jahara to the subaqueous city of Safarin, Tei Kahan is a home to all. However, covered in various expanses of near inhospitable deserts, and numerous jagged mountains, there are little natural resources to go around. Wine, however, is plentiful. This is in large part due to, if you could provide the name for the winery, George.
Akkadin Winery.
Akkadin Winery. Located at the base of Mount Ravito, a long dormant volcano. It is here where the earth towards the base is infused with various nutrients that not only accelerates plant growth, but also lends a unique taste to the grapes grown there. This knowledge of the area, due to growing up in her ancestral home nearby of the Akkadin tribe, is what allowed Countess Sabine Hess to set up one of the most popular wineries across the whole of Remarus. People from all over come to explore the winery and, with the latest addition of a spa, enjoy a stay at this dazzling diamond in the desert. It is in this winery that we start our little story, as a fresh batch of guests have descended upon the estate, some via skyship, others sand skiff. But as the guests approach the main gates of the estate, various buildings sprawling out from the left and right, the vineyards themselves stretching behind the estate itself towards the base of the towering mountain. We will kind of give you all a moment just to kind of ruminate. I mean, let's go to you, Mark, first. First of all, if I could just get your character's name, a brief description of what they look like and how they have arrived.
Sure. So my character is called Patrick Thornbury. He is a sort of older looking gentleman, white hair, white beard, kind of very well kept, has just kind of a long cloaky sort of robe with a hood that's down, and just some fairly modest but very well dressed kind of, not undergarments, but underlayer.
That comes later.
Yeah, that's after a few wines. But yeah, he's arrived by airship, just kind of cruised in, and yeah, just very kind of formal but approachable looking gentleman, very well kept.
Very nice. So would it be skyship or sand skiff that you would have arrived?
Skyship.
Skyship, sure. Very well. Very
Patrick
well.
only arrives in fashion, you know.
Fair enough. So you are helped down from the dock. The landing bay for the skyship is only about 50 feet away from the main gates for the estate itself. But you are helped down by one of the attendees with your bags. But yeah, you kind of take this in. It's quite odd because there's this very kind of beautiful looking estate ahead of you and this massive towering kind of volcanic structure ahead of you, and as you kind of cast your eyes around, there's not really a lot around other than this. It's very kind of isolated, but maybe that's kind of what adds to the appeal of this. Isolated from the hustle and bustle of the various cities and towns that you've visited on your travels. Following that up, we'll have Matt, if you could also describe your character, your name, and how you have arrived.
So my character's name is Raleigh Trotter. Raleigh, who's a half orc, and they look a bit sorry for themselves. They're quite hunched over, rags, sort of just terrible clothes, missing teeth. One sticking out quite a lot from their face. Black.
I feel bad for this guy.
black long hair, and it's just kind of schlops in, if that's a word, around the same ship that Patrick's on.
Okay. Now, given your demeanour and your dress, you are not helped with any kind of luggage that you may have, and if anything, a lot of people on the ship that itself kind of give you a bit of a wide berth. But nevertheless, you walk down the gangplank and begin to make your way to the main estate gates, where everybody's kind of congregating. There's a few people that are walking around with kind of trays of champagne and handing it out to guests, but yet to enter the premises just yet. George, if you could describe your character, his name, and what you're doing.
So my character is called Silas Shacklebolt. He is a high elf, apparently. He's a high elf with bleached white hair, kind of long, kind of curling a little bit, all pushed back, of course. He's wearing, to those of you that have been in any kind of combat situation, it is padded leather armour, but it's ornate, so it's got detailing to it, lots of like embroidery and whatnot. And he's just, he has started arriving with the people bringing out the champagne, and he's got a glass of what looks like red in one hand, and just kind of talking to some of the other workers, but kind of starting to talk to some of the guests as well.
Okay. As you're going around and trying to talk to the guests, could I get you to make, let's just say, just a straight charisma roll?
Oh, okay.
First one of the game.
Let's fucking go.
General
Off
vibe
the table.
check.
15.
15.
Yeah, 15.
It's pretty damn good. You start kind of making your way around, you start schmoozing. There's a couple of older ladies who kind of catch their eye a little bit, and they kind of feather their fans at themselves.
Take their hand and kiss the hand when I meet them. Yep.
Eventually you feel a hand go onto your shoulder, and it's quite meaty, and you can see that it kind of connects to a thick, veiny forearm, and then these tight, rolled-up sleeves, and a very barrel chest,
I know who this is.
and a tied-back black hair as kind of your boss, in air quotes, Roland. Just
yes.
kind of addresses you and just says, "Look, let's not get any ideas, okay? Just hand out glasses and just don't cause any trouble, yeah?"
Roland, do you want the guests to have a good time or not?
"Yes, I do, but at the same
Well,
time,
Let me do what I need to do. You know me. You know my work.
if I find out that anything's gone missing, I'm coming to your door."
Why would I take anything? It's not my style.
"Sure. Fucking button up. Ugh.
But look at you. You look great. Starts touching.
Don't touch me!"
So-
Alright, anyway,
Did the Countess dress you this morning?
yes.
I thought she probably did.
Likes
yes.
doing that. Oh, God.
She's
choking
got good taste.
me. Sure. Right, anyway.
Don't know how you slipped the net.
Oh, God. Give me strength. And he makes his way towards the skiffs that have arrived. As everybody starts to kind of congregate, and most of the passengers are off the ships now, they're just kind of unloading a few bits and bobs. There is a rather loud, echoing voice that permeates from behind the gates, but almost like sourcelessly. I hope you're ready, George. Now introducing the founder of Akkadin Winery and the deadliest woman alive, Countess Hess. And you see the gates shake and reverberate with like a golden kind of energy around them. They open up, and as they do, there's this weird kind of effervescent fog that starts to billow out, and emerging from it is Countess Sabine Hess.
Oh, baby.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Akkadin Winery. I hope you enjoy your stay here as much as I will enjoy hosting you and having you in my presence. Please note that our wines here are so full of charm and drama. You will want to buy many barrels and crates of it, I promise you. And make sure you check out the spa. It's a beautiful place to relax and put your feet up and fully unwind from the stresses of everyday life. My team will look after you as you are here. Please, any questions? Come find me.
There's just like a
Cheers! Holds up a glass of rosé and just cheers.
Totally drunk.
Yeah.
proper day trailer.
They say don't mix work and pleasure.
Don't get high on your own supply.
Drink it from the pool.
So you begin to, the Countess begins to retreat back towards the estate. Just from a distance, you can see that there are a couple of what looks like children eagerly awaiting the arrival of the Countess with someone who looks remarkably like Countess Sabine Hess, but just a little bit older, a few more wrinkles around the face, and still beaming with pride at the display that's just taken place. Right, okay. Gonna start getting you inside now. Don't want it to get too cold or too dark before you get to your rooms. That's the word that I was looking for. God. Alright, follow me. Try not to get lost. We'll reconvene in a minute for a tour of the winery itself. Alright, well, come on then. What do you want? Let's go. And he starts walking in a bit more hurriedly to try and catch up with the Countess, whilst the other kind of workers are kind of leading you up a rather extravagant looking pathway, which is mainly laden with mosaics, There are kind of a few palm trees that kind of go down either side of this walkway, and various kind of platforms of like water fountains and features that stretch out and lead to the set stairs that go up towards the main estate itself. However, before you get there, it curves off and then it goes on to these kind of wooden slats that you can see actually lead over to these various kind of like dome-shaped pods, essentially. White painting on them, but these kind of intricate blue kind of paintwork on the outside. Looks very, I mean, for us in the real world, very Greek. Oh, I've never been there, so I wouldn't know.
Santorini kind of vibe. Like,
Sure, that. Yeah.
White blue domes, yeah.
No carbs before Santorini.
That's what the kids say.
Yeah. But yeah, as you are being led towards these pods, is there anything that any of you would like to do?
You say there's people giving out champagne.
There is. There's actually one gentleman who, excuse me, is not too far from you, who's actually holding his own glass as well.
And serving it.
And serving.
Good lord, this is one hell of a party. I'm very nervous from the task I've got at hand, and feel like everybody's judging me walking off this ship. I'm going to go straight to the guy who's got champagne in his hand, drinking it like there's no tomorrow, and ask for a glass.
Cool. So if you'd like to ask him for a glass.
Hello. What's your name?
Riley. My name's Riley.
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 Well, welcome to Akkadin Winery.
Can I please have some of that champagne?
Sure. This is this is the Zheng blend. If you'd like to try it.
Zheng.
It's spelled Xeng, I believe. It's
My big, like, meaty hand, just grab it and just down it straight away.
Did you get any of the notes or any of the particular flavours in that one?
Tastes a bit bitter.
Try another one.
Just straight down again. It tastes alright.
Any flavours in particular you noticed?
Bubbles?
You don't do this often, do you?
No, not at all.
That's okay, don't worry. I won't tell anyone. It's our little secret. How about that?
Okay.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
Is it good champagne?
I don't know why I'm still doing this.
It's gone now.
You're committed to the bit.
Yeah, it's there now. I mean, it's not the best. It's, we put it out for when people arrive. It's kind of,
Okay.
It's the starter. It's not the highest brand of thing we've got here.
And sorry, what was your name?
Oh, my name's Silas.
Nice to meet
I have worked here for a little while and know the Countess quite closely, if I say so myself. Yes, it's
You seem to be getting a bit flustered there.
Oh no, this is just me, darling.
I see.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to stick with you for the time being while we
are you?
we're
Okay.
going, if that's all right.
Of course.
I've made a friend now.
I'm just going to continue serving this, so you could help me if you like. Here
Sure.
you go. Take an extra glass to give to someone.
Like shakingly, somehow keeping it.
He just puts his hand on your arm and just holds it still for a second.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm just quite nervous at the moment.
Everyone's going to get very drunk very quickly, so those nerves should go nicely.
Good to know.
Well, let's go and mingle, shall we? See who else needs a drink.
If we must.
See who else is nervous.
So you continue walking along these wooden boards. They're quite thick wooden slats that kind of pave the way. You can see that slowly but surely people start to peel off to their own pods. There isn't actually like a physical door on them. It's mainly just thick, heavy curtains that kind of help keep it. It's very those places, the huts on stilts in the water at Maldives.
Yeah.
It's very that kind of vibe. And various kind of plant life and vegetation just to give it a little bit more colour and a little bit like playfulness, so it's not just a barren wasteland in the sand. For yourself, Patrick, is there anything in particular that you're doing as you're kind of moving along?
No, just kind of got a glass in hand and just kind of taking everything in. Come to sort of relax and just just have a look at who's around, see
Yeah.
if there's any contacts that can
I'll
be
tell you
made.
what. Make a perception check.
Sure.
There we go. That's it.
8.
8. So I mean, for the most part, you do see, the people that are around you. Some of them seem wealthy. Some of them seem like they may have been saving up for a while to come and do this. You do see one gentleman who looks quite, I don't know, dishevelled and a bit grim looking, but he seems to have latched on to one of the workers. So
Just feeding you glasses to try and level you out.
But otherwise, the glare from the sun and the kind of the various waves of bits of sand that kind of come through the air stop you from kind of making out anything of particular interest. But hey, it's a nice place so far. It's it's not too shabby. Eventually, though, you are led to your rooms. You both have a pod to yourself as you enter. Not that everybody else would know this, but pretty much an exact copy for each pod. You walk in, there's a big double bed in the middle of the room with a 4-post frame, kind of nice satin drapes on either side. There is actually a hole in the ceiling which just goes out into the sky itself, just to kind of allow a decent amount of airflow to come through the pod itself. Wash basin, a little dress curtain thing, whatever they are. And yeah, it's actually quite aesthetically, it's very nice. It's very someone's put a lot of money into this. But yeah, you have time to unpack and do whatever you would like to do. You've got a few minutes or so, well, I'd say about 10-15 minutes to get unpacked and just get yourself settled.
So is this where you go to a room, or do you just stay with me the whole time?
I've got this little bag I need to put down somewhere.
So I imagine you'll have a room booked to go to.
I'll see you later though, alright?
I work here. I'll be here. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll come.
It's okay.
I'll come find you.
Sure. Okay. It's
So
lovely to meet you.
I skirt off, but like looking back, see where he's going.
Just as you walk off, I just down one of the glasses.
I go up to my pod.
Okay, all right. So you're given time to get change. For you, Raleigh, there's a package on your bed.
Oh, okay. Just ready and waiting for me to.
Yeah, just a kind of almost like a velvety kind of fabric wrapped up in a nice little bow.
I would say that's probably the nicest thing I've seen in my life that's been given to me. So I'm gonna just tear it and open it.
Oh. Okay, you just tear it open. If I could get you to roll... No, I'm joking. You're dead! Killed one already!
Just a big boxing glove on the spring.
you rip it open, and inside is a very fine set of dress robes.
Wow, okay.
Almost bordering on like a slightly more laid back tux, but it drapes down the body a bit more, and it's very, very nice.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, still trying to get into the hang of different words for things as opposed to just nice. It looks super nice. It's so nice. It's like nice. It's like nicer than regular.
It's proper.
Fucking good. But yeah, it looks great. It's done to your measurements as well if you decide to put it on. But yeah.
Yeah, I've like checked to see if there's like a name on it or anything to see if it is really mine.
As you begin to check it, there is a note that was on the packaging. It merely says, "From your investors, hope this gives you a little bit of an easier time."
Okay, I'll definitely pull it on straight away then.
Okay.
Feel good about myself.
Nice.
Partly because of the champagne. I'm just down.
How many did you have?
I was probably feeding you.
I would say at least 3 or 4
Yeah.
3 or 4.
in quick succession.
I'll tell you what. Give me a Constitution saving
Come
throw
on.
for me.
Oh, 4, great. This should be walk in the park. Come on.
16.
16.
They're bad.
You can hold
Barely feel it.
Yeah.
Barely feel it.
Don't touch
It's
the
giving
sides.
you a nice little warm sensation in your chest and your stomach, but otherwise you still feel in full control of your facilities.
Excellent. So I'm not going to come swinging out this pod. Just go. Cool.
Brooks on holiday.
This becomes Benidorm.
Get the beer pong out, lads.
So after a little bit of time, you all receive a knock on your pods as you go to exit. There is nobody there, but you can see that the rather tall, broad, stacked half-orc gentleman is stood with kind of like an entourage of helpers, workers, who kind of beckons you towards him, and you kind of all filter out with the other guests. You can see that there is what looks to be like a married couple who are just really taking it in. One's got a big sun hat on, one seems to be like drawing everything that they see. It's like,
Just imagine those like that car couple from Cars. Where they just
come on, but yeah, people with all different backgrounds and kind of wealth levels as well. But everybody seems to be dressed up rather ostentatiously, and you begin to funnel in back towards that main courtyard area as Roland himself starts to kind of give you the lay of the land. Obviously you have the area that you've just come from, the guest quarters. As you kind of come out to the main foyer, he directs your attention to just across the way similar designed buildings, though not as kind of short and round as your pods, but more of like a long kind of version of them. More so designed so that there is a constant current of wind flow, which is very important in this kind of climate. But pointing out that there are 3 main buildings which are used primarily for different types of massages, depending on what kind of level you're into. As you're brought over, you're instantly hit by the smells of lavender and, I don't know, turmeric.
God, fuck.
I don't know what people use for massage.
oh, lavender.
Yeah. Cumin. Paprika.
Whatever people use to massage people.
Lavender's good. No! You're not roasting a chicken.
Are you cooking me or
Yeah. Massaging me or am I eating dinner? Yeah.
You can see
Lavender's good. Lavender's good.
lavender. Yeah. There we go.
Strictly lavender.
Just that.
See various people. You do see one gentleman in particular who just looks fucking huge. Like he's got long brown hair. He's got like a little bit of a tattoo over his face. Maybe a couple of scars as well.
Oil.
He does look glistening, but he looks like he could ruin you.
Is that on the menu?
What's not on the menu? That's a shorter list. But as you kind of walk across the courtyard to these kind of longer buildings, there is a kind of bit of a right-hand turn that then leads to the slightly staggered slope of natural kind of hot springs. There are... sorry, they're fixing one of them now.
Okay.
Clang, clang, clang!
It's starting again.
So various kind of natural hot springs. Most of them look like they could probably fit about 4 people in each one as they're staggered up. However, as you get to the top of it, there is one larger pool area at the zenith. This one is itself actually kind of cordoned off a little bit for more private affairs. But as you kind of walk up these, the kind of slope and the natural springs themselves, as you kind of can't like turn back on yourself, it's just this rolling expanse of a desert, just stretching pretty much as far as the eye can see. But beautiful nonetheless, and still that rather daunting and imposing mountain, which is maybe, I guess, from yourselves, maybe like a 15-20 minute walk away. It's pretty close. But yes, and then as you are brought back to the main courtyard again, you are then beginning to be led to the estate itself. So you walk up a bunch of sets of stairs, and you are slowly led into a beautiful estate manor sort of thing. Seems to have a couple of wings to it as well. But as you enter, let me just find some more appropriate music. Let's get rid of the wind and let's instead get, I don't know.
Absolute club bangers.
It's just Robbie Williams on stage. He's a bard. Yeah.
He looks like a bard.
As you enter, there are various kind of workers moving around. Kind of, some of them look like they are working to keep some semblance of. Turn that down a little bit. Some semblance of just kind of upkeep. So some of them could be just housekeepers or butlers. There are some that are moving downstairs that are a little bit more dishevelled, not as well dressed. One would presume that they are perhaps there for the winery itself to help with the manufacturing of the wine. Roland himself kind of, this is the main area. Don't go upstairs because that's where the Hess family lives. If I see you going up there, I will split you in half. Ha ha! Not a joke, but hey, if you say it with a smile, it's not as bad. Right, I guess we go downstairs first. That sounds good with everybody?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thumbs up for the weird guy. I love that. Alright, let's go downstairs.
Is the splitting in half a threat? Or an offer?
What
of a good time?
Why would you want to be split in half?
Oh, I don't know.
How
Sounded sexual
How
to
was
me.
that a good time? I don't see how... Why would you enjoy that?
Let's go.
As you venture downstairs, you are instead of being met by what you would probably assume would be fairly narrow corridors, it opens up into an expansive stone kind of hall, massive hall with these big vats, various kind of implements and structures that look like they're pretty difficult to work. I don't know anything about winemaking. This is probably not accurate. Shut up. But these massive vats.
This is how they do it here.
Yeah. Magic wine.
Exactly.
Like,
Various
you.
people going around. You do see actually some people casting magic just to help with the fermentation of the alcohol. And but at the very far end, you do see what looks like a bright burning furnace. This itself, as you start to get closer, even like a fair few feet away, you can feel the heat from it. And anybody that is working relatively close proximity to it are relatively undressed. Most of them are just wearing aprons. There's a lot of Dragonborn working on this, but all of them seem to have a red kind of signet ring. And they are there working away, trying to channel some of the energy that's coming from this. Roland, without getting too close, is like, right, yeah, take your mental pictures and really soak it in. This is a direct fissure from Mount Rabbitoh itself. Really impressive, really hot, right? Unbelievably hot. Alright. I'm going to be back here whilst you look around, okay? Don't touch anything!
Did you say at the beginning that you're quite well-to-do looking?
Yeah, just kind of almost like I guess, your classic kind of like silver fox kind of looks old, but is still kind of useful in that sense. And then, yeah, looks like he belongs there almost.
Okay. And would you stand out in this crowd of all these folks?
Probably not. No, it's just like
Okay.
suited and booted, kind of not too flashy, but yeah, not your like Arabian prince or something.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if like you were like, oh, there's money. Let's go speak to him. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, make an insight check.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay. I'd say just from looking at him, you can tell that he probably does have some money. He's not outrageously dressed. Yeah. There are a couple of other people that are probably at the same. Why am I not? I don't know. Wealth level.
Yeah.
I can't think of stature. There you go. Way better. At the same stature as himself. But yeah, certainly by no means a pauper.
Okay. At this point in the tour, are there like different wines on offer for people?
There are actually. There's some experimental ones that haven't actually been properly manufactured yet. Most of them are in these like weird kind of test beakers, and you can see that there are some dedicated wine tasters who are there, very ostentatious, very like out there kind of dress. Like, yes.
That is what they all sound like. They're tasting wine.
Look, I've been to one wine tasting. They all sounded like
Just a
to me.
cacophony of it. Oh, you can hear.
But yeah,
Okay.
would you like to tell us about some of the wines,
Well,
George?
I was going to say, I'll say, let's go speak to this gentleman, shall we? Let's grab a few tasters. Let me grab them for all of us.
I need to
Try them out.
make notes.
Yes.
Definitely need to find that.
I'll have a glass of the. I'll have 2 glasses of the Owain. I'll have 2 glasses of the Quinn. I know we're trying to ration that one out a bit. And a Ulysses as well. 6 glasses, but those to whoever's like got glasses.
Yes, of course.
Yes. And just start. Come on in, let's go. Now, I'm reading here. I think you'd like to try this one. Passes you the Ulysses. Now, this is a strong, full-bodied red wine. It's a Shiraz. It's quite rich and smooth. But tell me what you think.
Oh, thank you very much.
What was your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Patrick. Nice to meet you.
Oh,
How are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm Silas. I'm very good, thank you. I work here. This is this is Raleigh.
Hello.
He doesn't work here. Yes. Oh, you should try it as well. The Ulysses.
I want to know what you think of it. I'm going to make some notes. If that's all right.
Well, it's very nice to meet you both. Let's have a little try, shall we? He just takes a sit back. Yes, it's very bold. It's got quite a few notes in there I can taste. It's not quite to my fancy. Have you got anything else?
Oh yes. I've got some of this. I mean, I took you for a red kind of gentleman, but how about you try a bit of the Owain?
Owain.
Yes, this is a Pinot Grigio. It's a white.
Oh, white. Yes. I tend to be more of a red man, but again, just the same sort of. Just takes another sip. Oh yes, but very fruity. This one is a lot fruitier. This.
I'm glad you said that. That's exactly what it says here. I put fruity. Yes.
That's the only one you could have in the day with the boys and just day would fly by with you.
Pinot Grigio with the boys. It's always my go-to. What do you think of the Owain?
Yeah. What he said.
Okay, now this is actually the Countess's favourite.
Oh, okay.
It's got a special place in her heart, so I'm told. It's the Quinn. It's a rosé. It's
That's the two together, red and white, isn't it?
kind of, yes. Yes.
Okay.
You're getting it. Yes. Try it. See what you think.
Once again, just.
Oh, between this, you'd have some water or something to,
Oh, of course. Cleanse
swill
the
in your
palate.
mouth and cleanse the palate. Yeah.
Tastes it. Just. Oh yes, just really lingers that one. It's almost never dying, almost kind of very earthy.
Yes. Well, all of our wines have that earthy texture because of the volcanic nature of the way in which the grapes are grown.
Yes. I mean, I've been many places, but this place is quite spectacular.
Yes, the Countess put quite some money into this and really took it from where it was before she arrived.
Yeah, I mean, few of my contacts have sort of spoke to around the world. They say, "Oh, I must got to try it." So I thought I'd make my way over here and give it see what the fuss is all about, really.
Where in the world are you from exactly?
Oh well,
Patrick.
well, Patrick Thornbury, come from an estate in. Well, I don't actually have the name to hand. It's somewhere east. You probably wouldn't really have heard it.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, it's fine by me.
But I don't really have a home to say. It's kind of here and there, a little bit of everywhere. It's
a nomad.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Just,
It's a bit like me, really. I'm quite the same as you.
Well, Raleigh, where are you from? I didn't ask. Please tell me.
I don't want to go into it. I'm here to make a living. I've been given a job to try and get information for a vineyard that's coming open near me.
You realise I work here?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
What's wrong with that?
No. I mean.
Look.
I'll be right back. It just starts waddling over to what's his name? Roland. Yeah.
Oh God, it's bloody hot down here. I don't know how they manage.
Roland, are there any trade secrets I can't talk about? We've got a gentleman here who I think is doing market research, looking to make up his own winery. I mean, he seems harmless, but.
Oh well, I mean, for the most part, it's the big bloody volcano. So unless they can pick that up and take it to wherever their winery is, bit shit out of luck, really.
Fair point.
It's just the other stuff that we probably don't want people knowing about. So as long as he doesn't go sticking his nose in where it don't belong, he's probably all right. Harmless.
You know me, like a steel trap. Won't say a thing.
God, I hate you.
Let me just quickly neatens up your.
No, it's too tight.
Looking great.
As you come back, I'm talking to Patrick, and I'm like, "Yeah, so I was homeless outside of the bar, and I had no money, and this guy was like, I've got a job for you. Find out some stuff from a really good place nearby the Sabine's got. Sounds very good." And I was like, "Sure, sounds better than what I'm doing."
Did you have a name of this fellow?
I think his name was Trudge or something. Oh, I don't know. I just want to do the job right. I gotta do it right.
Have you had many jobs in the past?
No, none actually.
No, seems like you're giving it your best shot. You look very, very well dressed.
Someone gave me this. It's really nice, actually.
So both of you do notice that he is wearing something that is previous to what he was currently looking like. Seems well outside of his coin purse.
Look quite good, don't I?
Come back over. Ah, yes. No,
Do you like this?
it's lovely. It's better than what you arrived in. By quite a
I
stretch.
suppose. Oh, got some nice rosy in it on my shirt.
Have you spilled something already?
Got some rosy on it.
Pulls a napkin out and just starts
Thanks, Silas.
doing it's okay.
You're my best friend.
Have another glass of wine.
Sure.
And Patrick, have another glass of wine. Yes. So you're here.
Rosy.
Rosy Ween. Rosy Vino.
I love the rosy.
So you're doing market. You're looking to set up your own winery. Is that right?
Well, no. So Guy Trudge, he's doing it, and he wants me to find good wines.
Well, you've got the best
Some-
wines in the continent here. May I say, all of Remarus here.
So you're not meant to just drink it. You got. I
You're meant
saw
to
you two
enjoy
doing.
it.
What are you
Smell
doing
it,
all
you're
that
taking
for?
the notes, the flavours, you describe what kind of different things are used maybe in the wine. You might have different berries, different grape types, all sorts.
I'm kind of used to just plugging it all.
What's your drink of choice? Is it wine? It's not wine, is it?
There's a nice little like bucket outside the bar that I was sleeping at. Collects all the water.
Rainwater.
Yeah, it's really fresh. Yeah. Really nice.
I know you said we were quite alike, but I think there's a few steps between there.
Oh, Okay.
Although you look,
Yeah, you made.
I mean, clothing-wise, absolutely, you're very much more.
Thank you.
Yes.
I was really nervous coming up here. And this tuxedo, maybe all those drinks, is really making me feel buzzed.
Well, people visit here and they're never the same afterwards.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
You weren't here very long, Silas?
I've been in the Countess's employ for quite a few years now, but I don't spend all my time here at the winery.
Oh, okay.
No.
What do you do in your leisure time?
Leisure time?
Yeah.
Me?
Right, you lot, we're going to be moving on to the next area because it's hot as balls down here. I mean, it's really hot down here. Let's go back upstairs. So he begins to corral everybody, making your way back up past the back upstairs to the main hall, past the almost marble jewel staircase that curve up towards the upper floors. It's like right, just round here, and he leads you around in a kind of like a semicircle to the other set of doors on the right-hand side of the main staircase, which actually lead out into a rather lovely hallway, which is actually decorated with various paintings. There's one that appears to be of just a rather distinguished-looking scholarly tiefling. There is one of what appears to be the Countess, the other tiefling female that looked very similar to her, and then a couple of children just below by her knees as well, and leads out into a lovely field of what?
Grapes.
Grapes.
Yeah. What? They use grapes for this shit?
Well, is that itself called a vineyard?
Yeah.
The vineyard itself is located at the rear of the estate. Various people are going around working on it, ploughing the fields.
Trees.
The trees.
Picking.
Yeah, grapes and trees. Picking.
I thought they were on like a stick, and then they go around the stick
A vine.
Yeah,
right.
In a yard.
Yeah.
in a yard.
Yeah.
They're not growing seeds.
No, yeah.
Sure. They
Magic. It's magic.
magic.
Fuck
These
it.
are magic grapes.
These are magic grapes. Use a trowel.
Really short workers.
Yeah.
Anyway, big sweeping vineyard.
Do it for the vineyard.
With various people working on it, Roland starts to go through a speech that very much sounds like he has said this way too many times for him to care at this point.
Come on, just one more time for us.
Right, as you can see, the earth before you is infused with nutrients and various wonderful, splendid features that are given to us by Mount Ravito, the big dormant volcano. It really helps them grow well, and that's what really makes it taste just that much better than any wine you'll ever find. Why don't you check it out for yourself? She's worth it. She's worth it.
I put my hand up in the crowd and be like, "Excuse me, Mr. Roland."
It's Roland.
Roland.
Yes.
What are the berries called on that tree there?
The berries.
The berries. Yeah.
What, you mean the grapes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called grapes.
No, but what's the name? What's the name of them?
I don't know. Grapes. What do you want from me?
Oh, I just want to know the name.
You people are into this. That's why you come here. You should know this. Why don't you know this?
Oh, no reason. No.
Yeah, pretty sus. Got my eye on you. What's your name?
Raleigh.
It's like behind him. It's like,
Oh, I feel a lot better about it actually now. All right, walk around, do whatever you want.
Thanks, sir.
So you're left to kind of walk around exploring the fields themselves. As you're kind of pressing up, the incline starts to get a little bit steeper, and you're almost getting a little bit of vertigo as you get closer to the mountain itself. Actually, if I could get you all to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Sure.
I can't breathe. Oh, that's bad as well.
17.
17.
Fucking 9.
9.
4.
4.
Oh.
Okay. As
My
you're
tax.
slowly
Makes sense. The holes now.
as you're slowly making your way up, and other people on your tour have began to kind of spread out a little bit, you do feel a kind of shake in the earth itself, and it begins to tremor ever so slightly. You can see a lot of the workers have kind of stopped what they're doing, looking around. You can see some of the sticks are shaking, and the grapes are like bouncing
What
off.
about the trowels? What's happened to the trowels?
The trowels are scattering.
Oh, God, no.
Not the trowel.
Not the trowels.
Patrick, you manage to plant your legs and you kind of grab onto a worker nearby and just get him to hold you still. My trowel! My trowel! God. Silas. You almost stack it. Are you still holding
I've
it?
got wine.
You almost stack it. You lose a couple of glasses.
Oh, fuck.
But, it lands on dirt, so they don't break, but it's a waste of wine or champagne, whichever one it is.
That was the Quinn, the expensive
Oh,
shit.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. You get a couple of looks from the workers, like, Riley, you eat shit. Your brand new tux gets covered in dirt.
I imagine he'd fall over and just let out a and then just the sound is suffocated by the dirt.
Unfortunately you
Didn't last long. That
collapse
nice
into the dirt and you get back up and you're all covered in mud. There's maybe a couple of loose grapes that were there that have like splattered on there.
I'm just like hanging my head and then I look up at Silas. Tears. Got any more napkins?
Yeah. Just dab your face first with tears. And then just drop that on you for your top.
What class did you end up picking?
Fighter.
Okay, yeah, you don't have anything for that. Stab it out, I guess. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately you've guzzied up your outfit.
No one's going to want to talk to this guy now. He was looking fine before, right?
But with that, actually, get you all to make a perception check for me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, it's really fucking bad.
12.
12?
7.
7?
4.
4?
Again.
Okay, so Silas
It's really
and
bad with
Rowley,
the classes, isn't it?
you two missed this, but you, Patrick, you do spot Roland having a hushed conversation with someone who immediately runs off from him back into the estate itself, and you can see that there is a distinct lack of concern on Roland's face. And he comes back over. He's like, "Right, let's all gather up. Right, well, we did have some more time to kind of look around, but given the recent shakes and quakes, shake and quake, shake and quake, baby, shake and quake. I'm gonna ask if you could all return to your rooms, just to get yourselves cleaned up. Then meet back in the main hall, where we will enter into the banquet hall for dinner, and then after today you'll be free to do whatever you please and just enjoy your stay. Right, you lead them back, will ya? Lovely stuff." He just walks away. Okay, so for Riley and Patrick, you are led back to your quarters. Riley, someone does spot you, one of the workers of this establishment, and they say, "Excuse me, sir. I can't help but notice you're in a spot of bother with your clothes."
My ducks!
Absolutely not a worry. Give me but a moment, and I will get one of the laundry people to come by your room, and they will sort that out shipshape in no time.
Thank you so much!
Oh, good heavens!
Thank you!
You're welcome.
What have I done to deserve such treatment?
That's just what we do here.
Wow, I love this place.
Please leave me alone.
What was your name?
Oh, Reggie.
Reggie. I like you, Reggie.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That means an awful lot to me.
Could I have a grape?
No, you can't just pick grapes off there. That's
Okay.
That would probably be against the rules, I would assume. Well, enjoy your stay.
Thank you, Reggie.
Okay. Walks away.
Boy.
For you, Silas, as you begin to walk back with the main group of guests and they start to head out towards the front doors of the estate, Roland, once again, hand on your shoulders, like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I know that meaty grip anywhere.
Oh, don't say it like that. It sounds so weird. Right.
Yes.
Now, that's maybe the third time that shake has happened in the past week. It's a little bit concerning. Okay, so what I'm going to need you to do, right, we don't really have any work for you, and whilst I appreciate you filling in, if that's what you can call what you're doing,
I'm keeping the guests entertained.
I call it getting drunk on Sabine's dime, but you know, whatever.
Bit of this, bit of that.
Yep. Well, we're gonna have a little job for you, okay?
Okay.
The Countess is a little bit concerned about this and just has a bad feeling. So what we're going to do is we're going to just give you a little bit of money, just give you an eye out, you know. Make sure that nothing happens whilst the guests are here. Once they go, we're going to stop doing the tours for a little bit just until things calm down. Okay?
Have you got any ideas what it might be?
I mean, we're assuming it's just the volcano being a little bit like, whoa. But you'll never be too careful.
Do we have a plan for getting all these people out of here if it all goes tits up?
Well, the skyships and the skiffs are still here, so I'm hoping if that blows up, I mean, we won't all be evaporated immediately, but
hopefully not. What's the pyroclastic flow between friends, hey?
Oh God, what you said.
You're damn right. Of course, I'll keep an eye out for any. I mean that fella that was in the tuxedo. You saw him.
I mean,
asked you about the.
He seems kind of harmless. I'm hoping that it's just, you know.
I think it's corporate espionage.
I mean, probably, but why would you send that? An absolute wet blanket of a human being, of a half-orc.
Yes. Well,
sorry, my mistake.
Maybe he's playing a role. We've all done that before. Maybe he is actually a bit more on the ball than he gives off. But
I don't play a role.
Don't you?
No.
Don't we all?
Why are you saying it like that? Should I now be concerned about you as well?
Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Anyway, there'll be some pay in your quarters. We'll give you 300 for now, and then we'll pay you another 100 when the guests have all gone and cleared off. That should hopefully tide you over, and then you can kick off back to wherever you go. I don't know. I don't care. Alright.
Sounds good.
Cool. And he begins to wander upstairs. So, in the meantime, you'll have a little bit of downtime whilst you're waiting for dinner. Is there anything that you would like to do? The facilities outside of the main estate itself are free to use in the interim.
I'll just probably have a little wander around the grounds, kind of have a little look, see, kind of get a bit more to grips with the layout of the place. And
absolutely, yeah. I would say make an investigation check for me.
Dun, 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 16.
16, that's pretty good. As you're kind of making your way around, the general layout is, as was explained previously by Roland himself. There doesn't seem to be anything kind of out of the ordinary. There's no hidden routes or anything along those lines. You do see kind of back, kind of off to the, I think for yourselves it would be the left-hand side, so technically the southern side, just past where all of the spa area is. There does appear to be a gated area separate to the main compound that you're in at the moment. That kind of piques your interest a little bit, but other than that, no. It's just
like artifacts in it, like around. Like, is it just kind of luxurious looking, or just?
It's primarily just luxurious looking. However, if you kind of go back into the main hall, you do see that there are a couple of things that are on display. There's some what look to be ancient weapons, some bits of kind of armor. There's like a box of what look to be like cards that is trapped in a case and has a red rope around it.
Do you know what they are?
Fuck.
There are two people stood either side of that. You can make an Arcana check for me.
13.
13. You're not familiar with these. I mean, just looking at them. Are you what's your class?
A rogue.
Rogue. They just look very nice, and the amount of security that is around them would lead you to believe that they are of import. But as to what their nature is, you couldn't say. But this is a collection of valuable goods that the Countess has accrued, or she just likes buying nice things. Who's to say?
Who would know? Not me. I have no idea.
But yes, we will take a quick break there before we come back for the dinner. So in the meantime, we will have a quick 15-minute break, and then we'll probably only go on until about 10:30, just because I only have so much written. And it's our first one back, so we're just seeing how this feels for everybody. But yeah, back in 15 minutes. Go stretch your legs, go touch your toes, go check out Game Tea, and have a good one. We'll be back in a bit. And we're back. Hello everybody. I hope you've fueled yourselves with liquids and foods, because we're about to pretend to eat food.
Uh-oh. I'm not even hungry.
You're gonna eat it, boy. Right, lovely stuff. So let's just get that chill music back. That chill music from
Chill hop, yeah.
Broggs.
Oh,
Robbie Williams. Great
so
six.
nasty.
Right. Well, the sun has set at this point now. You are being beckoned from your quarters. Rally.
That's how you get it. You gotta build into it.
You have a small gnomish fellow knock on your door with your, or not with anything because it didn't take off of you, who knocks on your door and just says, "Hello, sir. I heard that you needed help with your gardens."
Yeah. Who are you?
I'm one of the laundrymen.
Oh, wow. You look friendly.
I'm just doing my job. Anyway, and these are the clothes in question. Are you still wearing them? Are you wearing something else? No, you're just wearing
It's
them.
quite dirty, as you can see. I tried to get it off. But
Not a
happening.
worry, sir. Let me just...
Wow, what are you doing? What are you doing?
And he just holds his hands out at you.
Ah!
Up at you. And you see this like soft kind of effervescent purple hue start to wave over you, and as it does, the dirt starts to almost be lifted from your clothing and just disintegrates, and you are left with pristine
God.
clothes.
I'm a new
for the
man
evening.
again.
Yeah.
Thank you, small no man. You're the best.
You could have just left it at thank you, sir, but that's absolutely
Small
fine.
no man. Love you.
No man. Well, I hope you enjoyed dinner.
I certainly will now.
Quite a spread. I've seen this a couple of times. And
Is it
it
chicken?
Um,
I like chicken.
Just chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be roast chickens there. Yeah, we get a lot of food imported.
Lots of chicken.
I'm sure there will be more than one chicken, yes.
Thank you, no man.
I mean, you could just ask me for my name if you wanted
Oh,
to.
I'm so sorry. It's this alcohol I've drunk from my best mate Silas.
You're friends with Silas?
Silas, yeah.
Oh! He doesn't have many friends. It's interesting.
Oh no, I'm his closest friend.
You're his closest. He's never mentioned you before.
Pick the shit out.
He gave me drinks and he was talking to me and all
I mean,
sorts.
obviously, I don't want to judge your relationship. That is his job, though.
Oh, he's working, is he? He works here.
Well, I mean,
Oh wait, no, he did tell me.
part time, I
Oh,
suppose.
sorry, small man.
No, still
I'm so
not my name.
sorry. Thank you for the bubble on my tux.
It's just magic, really.
Thank you.
That you are quite welcome. How did you get here?
It's a long story.
Well,
Basically, I was outside a bar, right? I was homeless, and this guy started saying he wanted me to work for him. Now I'm here.
Oh, it wasn't that long a story, really.
Didn't want to bore you. Halfway through, I thought I'd change it.
You know what? That reading the room, I like that. Well, as I say, enjoy your dinner. Fairly well, right? Riley.
Bye, gnome.
Still not my name. He scurries away.
Thank you.
Then you are led to the main hallway of the estate. This, you're kind of held in this area as you're given a chance to kind of look over the items that you had already looked at, Patrick. And you can see that everybody's kind of dressed up a bit more for the dinner tonight. But as you are there, Roland appears at the top of the stairs in a very dapper-looking, kind of paisley embroidered red suit with black trimming, and he says, "I would like to once again introduce you to the one, the only, the exquisite Countess Sabine Hess."
She just...
Saunters
Is
on.
there like a balcony? She
Yeah.
can walk out to.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just walks out and just rests both hands on the balcony, pushes out and goes, "Good evening, everybody. I hope you are enjoying your time here. I am enjoying having you here. When I first moved here many, many decades ago with my people, the Akkadin, we took these lands and we embraced everything they have to offer, the heat, the natural beauty, and I hope you all appreciate it while staying with us as well. I can see lots of you in the..." She wants to do a perception check on everyone.
Sure.
I don't have her stats.
We'll just say it's +8.
Cool. That's a 16 plus 8, so
There you go.
24. She's looking for anyone that looks shifty in the crowd.
Okay. I guess. Would you even know to not look shifty?
No, I think I'd be, if I was there and she was like looking around, I'd be like, waving.
Okay.
Okay, that would easily, her eyes would go straight to you.
You wouldn't
then.
need a perception.
Yeah, you wouldn't. It's like a big arrow over his head. Going, ding, 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 ding.
You just start scanning from left to right. A lot of these people, you've seen them before. A lot of them are aristocratic types. People that have come to rub elbows with other people of wealth and nobility, and just there, front and centre, is a guy who, to be fair, looks the part, other than his head and his massive waving meaty hand.
And as I look across the room to all of you, pauses looking at you. Don't forget that we do ship worldwide. That's right. We ship worldwide. So if you'd like to take many casks with you of our finest wine, I may have to recommend the Quinn. It is a truly beautiful, beautiful blend. Then let me know, because we can make a deal. But tonight is for dinner and for pleasure, so to all of you, raise the glass.
Who am I sat next to?
Well, it is at that point that you are then slowly led into the banquet hall itself, which is, for the most part, it's these rich kind of red and gold kind of carpets spreading out before you with these various big round tables. Look to see anywhere between 4 and 6 people each. They're kind of dotted around, and then at the far end is a big curved table which has already got the older tiefling-looking woman who's, now that she's kind of put on a bit more of a show, looks, she could be like easily in her just mid-30s. She's looking fucking hot. There is a couple of rambunctious children. George, do you have anything for those? Any preference on race or?
They'd be tieflings as well.
Both tieflings?
Red skin. Their family heritage. You can tell they're Hesses. Hessian? No, that's a type of family.
A bunch of Hessies. And then there's a couple of other people that are dotted around on that table as well. It doesn't completely fill up, but you can definitely tell that is where the more kind of VIPs are seated for these sorts of events. And then on either side of the walls themselves, there's these massive kind of tall windows with these big red curtains that are kind of pulled to either side currently, just to let in a bit of moonlight into the main hall, as there is candelabras that are helping to create a little bit of ambience. That are also a few lights that are floating around that are changing colours as they do, just kind of floating around, just creating this real mood. It's nice.
Love this.
Oh, shit out of
And then behind the main kind of semicircle table is a kind of rather large portrait of several figures. There is a small gnome. There is a what looks to be a half elf who has a little bit of fur kind of popping out from his neck. There is a pale-skinned gentleman who is incredibly kind of piercing eyes, short hair. There is a rather hulking kind of green-looking orc fellow with a bit of a dumbfounded look on his face, not quite realising that he's being drawn. A purple-skinned tiefling, a rather dashing, long blonde-haired fellow with this plate armour on, and then in amongst the middle of them, I don't think I've missed anybody. No, sorry, there was another character. Also a half-elf, big shield and a mace, and rather coy-looking look up at the stars. Who or what he's looking at, who's to say? And then in the middle of all of them is the Countess herself. But yes, you're all led to your tables inexplicably. Riley and Patrick, you're sat together. Who would have thought?
Wow,
crazy.
As I sit down, I'm like, "Did you see? She looked at me. She looked right at me."
I don't think she was the only one that was looking at you, to be honest.
Wait, people, a lot of people look at me.
Well, it's quite a, quite outlandish kind of guy.
It must be the tux. It must be the tux.
Yes, of course. There's not every day that you see a half orc in a tux, so it's quite a sight to behold.
It's a good look at me, I think. I'll stick with it.
I'm not here yet, by the way, am I?
No, not yet.
Cool.
For you,
That's fun.
could I get you, Silas, just to make a perception check as you are going around the grounds and keeping an eye out before heading in with the rest?
14.
14. There doesn't appear to be anything immediately around the grounds themselves. Most of the hustle and bustle is, of course, coming from inside, which is to be expected. The spas themselves, the actual longer buildings, have been shut for the evening, so there's no light coming from that area. You can faintly hear a couple of people laughing and giggling in the spa, the hot springs themselves. Unlikely to be guests, or quite possibly staff that are just enjoying it whilst the guests are busy. But other than that, nothing untoward seems to be going on in the local vicinity.
Nice.
Rather starry sky, desert expanding out as far as the eye can see, and a bit of moonlight as well.
Beautiful.
Quite lovely. But yes, you can come back in, and as you kind of enter the main hall, just before you do, feel once again big meaty hand on your shoulder.
This is becoming all too often, Roland.
Right. Nothing else seems to have happened. Seems all quiet on the western front, as it were. I guess for now, you can join whatever table you want. Just grab a seat, have a free dinner, and then once everybody's... Sorry, it's really messing up my throat. Once everybody's done, I guess just do another quick lap, and then get sent to sleep. Hopefully nothing happens, eh? A quiet night's a good night, you know?
I'm going to take a step back from the guests this evening and just keep an eye on things personally. You've got me a bit on edge, I'm not going to lie, and I'd rather do what I can to protect the family.
Ah, that's fair enough. Why do you think I've got this with me? And he brings around this massive bastard sword. Just literally for you. How tall are you?
Oh, 5'8".
5'8". This comes up to maybe your shoulders. This sword. Right. Well, hopefully I don't need to use it, but
The Countess let you bring that to dinner.
yeah. I have to make up for it later.
I'm guessing she's armed as well.
I mean, I don't think I've ever known her not to have something on her.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got to
Enjoy.
go join them. Thanks. I hope you like deviled eggs. That's the entree. He just walks off. Really nice suit, incredibly tight. It almost seems too tight around the booty. Whether that has been designed that way on purpose, who's to say?
God damn!
But he's just walking along with this massive sword and heads up to the semicircle table, sits just one removed from the Countess, kind of places the sword behind where you're all seated and takes a seat down and kind of gives a coy look to the Countess as he begins to bend down to sit down slowly and then tucks himself in. Right, and as everybody takes their seats, food is begins to arrive in the hall, put down in front of you. It does seem to be split into different courses. But yeah, there's food. There is a harpist, harpian. There's a person that plays
a harpy. Roll initiative.
There's a person that plays a harp sat in the corner playing a harp. But yeah, the evening is yours. Is there anything that you would like to do throughout the dinner period itself?
I'll initially say to Riley, I don't mean to, assume, but just to let you know, it's outside in for the cutlery. We just tend to...
This?
Yes.
It's cutlery.
Yes, use those.
I was gonna just eat this egg. I did want chicken, but
Oh, I
That's
mean,
all I have to
this
do.
tends to be one of many courses. So.
What do you call this? What is this?
That's deviled eggs.
Well, it's better than the food I find in that bucket. Shut up, but...
I mean, I can't imagine it's the greatest food.
So I don't mean to encroach on your evening. I know you said earlier I'm like cramping your style.
Oh, not at all. No, you seem like a fairly interesting fellow. You kind of haven't seen your best friend, was it Silas?
He seems to be over there in the corner.
Taken to the balcony that Sabine was at. I'm just watching everyone.
I waved to him, but he didn't wave back. So.
Well, the balcony that Sabine was at, that was in the main hall, but there is actually, it kind of curves around.
There's nobody in it.
This is useless. Fucking say it.
It does curve around the top, the edges of the main hall, and then on the left-hand side there is a set of double doors that leads to a balcony that's a little bit more hidden away from the general eye line of guests in the main kind of banquet hall, but you can still see. You've got a nice aerial view of everybody in there.
I'll just get there, keeping tabs.
I will say that if you're trying to be discreet and you're trying to look for him, if I could get you to make a stealth check, Silas.
Fuck yeah.
And Riley, if you could get you to make a perception check.
Good luck.
Yep.
Natural fucking
That's
20.
Oh!
Ooh, can you imagine?
17.
2020s. Yeah,
17 for me.
27 total.
I really want to find him. Really want to find him.
You are.
Can I give him a
Sweating. You're sweating. Like,
do you know what? Yeah, if you would like to take the help action and help Ali.
just holding his head.
I'll help you find your friend.
If you would like to roll once more, just in case you do get a nat 20.
Oh, baby. Nope.
That one.
Can't see. God, lay your hands over my eyes. So no, unfortunately, between the two of you, kind of trying to keep an eye out for the gentleman that was with you earlier, you unfortunately come to no avail to find the gentleman anywhere.
I guess he doesn't want to be my friend anymore.
I feel bad.
Oh no, I'm sure he's very busy. You know.
We just hit it off really well at the start. Now he's not here. Thought we'd be sat at the table, eating food, talking it all.
It wouldn't surprise me if he had a bit of a hangover, to be honest. Seems to like his tipple a little bit.
But you're sat with me, Patrick, so...
Yeah, exactly.
You're my friend, aren't you?
We're getting there. So I had to look around and a bit like, who else is on our table?
On your table is the married couple that have just been sat here listening to this whole exchange. Just like, well, hey y'all! You sound like you're having a real good time.
I love it. It's really good.
I know, right? We've been saving for years to come here.
How much do you pay to get it?
Well, we paid too much, I'll tell you that much for certain, but hey, you know, long overdue honeymoon, so it's got to be done every now and again, if you know what I'm talking about.
Honeymoon? You were old. You were quite old. You were on a honeymoon.
Well, I mean, by halfling years, we're not that old, really. We just look old. So y'all really close?
Patrick is my best friend.
Wow.
Well, you know, best friend. Well, I wouldn't say best friend. You know, you've got Silas as one of the workers.
Nah, he's not here, is he?
That's all it takes. Just not to be present.
Just a leech.
Wow. Well, I mean, we're having the greatest time. I feel like what we're going to do after this is we're going to head on over to one of those hot springs and have us such a good time. You know what I'm talking about?
Can I just ask you about the wine?
Yeah. Of course you can, babe. What's that?
There's a lot of words people have been using when they've been drinking it, and I just want to know what you thought of it all.
Honestly, I don't really know. I just like wine. I put my nose in it. I go, yeah, it smells good, and then I just see it off.
See, I like you. Yeah. That makes sense to me. That makes sense.
It seems like you two, on your way to being best friends.
Don't get jealous now.
I've only got one best friend, and this lady here.
I love them.
Oh, quick, get a mental picture of me over here.
What are your names?
Well, I'm Pearl. And I'm Ron.
Excellent. Nice to meet you. My name is Riley.
I feel like I've already heard you say your name at some point, but it's nice to officially meet you.
Riley.
Riley. Yeah, Riley.
Nice to meet you, Ron.
Nice to meet you, Riley.
Nice to meet you, Ron.
It's still nice to meet you, Riley.
Continuous feedback. Centuries pass.
So you got them on your table.
This is the table at the wedding when they're all like,
other than that, you can spot the various other tables. Lots of mixture of folk. There's a couple of tabaxis that seem to be enjoying a nice chicken. Chicken. They got your chicken.
I want your chicken.
But a real eclectic mix of people here. But the night goes on. There's more food. There's more drink. Partway through the evening, the harpist disappears, and another group of musicians come out. This one seems to be a bit more, I don't know, electronic. There's it's a couple of dwarves and a gnome, and they've just got these weird apparatus that look like musical instruments, but you're not 100% sure what kind of sound they make. But
They're all painted blue.
they first appear normal, but after one of them casts their hands in a circle, they all shift to just a deep verdant blue.
They blew themselves.
They blew themselves. And they just start hitting these pipes and these tubes, but there's a reverberation on them, and it's just this real kind of techno vibe. As time goes on, though, you're kind of on the dessert course. And people are starting to get a little bit, ooh, okay, all right, I like this. You can see that the Countess's kids have begun to be ushered away from the banquet hall as things start to get a little bit loose, a little bit wild. And once the last of the food has been eaten, someone kind of asks all of the guests to kind of step away from the tables, and there's a click of fingers, and all of the tables disappear, and it is given way to a almost like a classic dancehall wooden floor. Everyone just starts drinking wine and just having a boogie to some weird techno music.
I love this shit.
So
Silas would come down when the Blue Man group get involved.
it's the Verdant Man.
Sorry.
Please.
Sorry, copyright
Don't
strike.
say
yes.
But yeah, you approach downstairs, and are you just kind of just going through mingling, or
Yeah, just acting coy, just walking through, just schmoozing, talking to people. Slowly making my way towards the Countess, but chill.
okay? Well, I mean, as you two are, I don't know, I guess you're dancing near each other, but not necessarily with each other. I will say that you spot Silas kind of entering in, because there's not many people coming or going from the hall itself, so it's relatively easy to spot Silas kind of making his way into.
I would say before he sees them, he's lost in music, and he's like doing this weird thing where his head's like going like this. And it's like a head banging motion.
Oh god!
And then in the haze of whipping up his head, like the people part and sees Silas.
And the spotlight comes down.
Yes.
Oh, there you are.
Silas! Silas!
I'm glad to see you having a good time.
Come dance with me, Silas.
Sure, why not? What the hell?
So you all begin dancing, flailing, whatever you're doing.
Limbs everywhere.
After about an hour or so, a couple of hours, the Countess takes her leave and begins to retreat. throwing a pointed look at Roland before leaving. After a couple of minutes, Roland then gets up, grabs his sword, loosens up his shirt, and begins to follow in the direction that the Countess went. A couple of people have started to kind of peel away. Some appear to be heading out, back in towards the external area of the estate itself. But yeah, the evening is yours. Do you continue to party until the early hours of the morning, or do you retreat? What do you do?
I'm just getting whoever stays out drunker and drunker on the wine. I'm just keeping it going for all of you. Just like filling up your glasses, keeping you going.
Okay. Are you
I'm not
partaking?
drinking. No.
You're not drinking.
No. I'll look like I'm drinking, but I'm not.
If you want to look like you're drinking, but you're not, sleight of hand check from you, Silas.
Yeah, baby. Ooh, that's not bad. It's 15 plus 7, so
22.
yeah.
Yeah.
Numbers.
That's pretty good. Nobody bats an eyelid. Everybody seems to believe that you are also imbibing with them. For Patrick and Riley, if I can get you both to make a Constitution saving throw, as you are putting back these drinks.
10.
17.
17. Riley, you've drank worse than this. You're doing great.
Dirty water in my veins.
Patrick, you feel a little wobble. You get that kind of sensation when you've had a few drinks. You're like, oh, I need to get up and move around, or this is going to really kind of start to sink in. And you kind of shake it off a little bit. You're both unaffected by the alcohol for now. Again, more people start to trickle out of the room. The Verdant Man group have begun to wind down the techno music, and as they start to exit, out comes a singular high, not that you wouldn't really know, but an elven woman with just this long blonde hair and a very sleek, slender, kind of turquoise dress. Kind of encrusted in diamonds, and just begins to just sing some general kind of lounge music, just to kind of really bring things down for the evening.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
She comes out
Very
again.
much very much so. And you can see that the Pearl and Ron, they're slow dancing in the middle.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
There's various people that are kind of just like, woo! A couple of people that are led away by the staff here once they've had a few too many to drink. But yeah, it starts to really kind of wind down. And get you all to make a perception check for me.
Oh, it's good, baby.
Oh. 18.
18. Fuck. Okay, as you're...
Nat 1.
Oh, 3.
Oh!
4 plus 3.
Oh,
Bad rolls.
7.
Bad roll.
As you're all kind of relatively close to each other, Patrick and Silas, you're a bit more kind of focused on not being seen to not be drinking, so you don't really kind of catch anything. And Patrick, you're kind of trying to steady yourself. However, Riley, the windows that lead or kind of face out to the rear of the property, you spot something kind of glowing in the fields of the vineyard.
Okay,
Moving around.
In that case, I grab Patrick's shoulder and be like, there is a weird light right out there. What is that? Can you see it?
I was like, turn around and my eyes are just a little bit just like, are you sure?
It's floating, it's moving. What is that? Silas, can you see that?
No, I can't. But
Oh, what the hell? It's from
what
there.
do you mean? What do you see exactly?
It's like this weird ball that's just moving.
Right. Well,
Oh God!
I'll go take a look. You enjoy your evening. I'll go.
No, I'll come with you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I need to see what that is.
Okay. Well,
You mainly piqued my interest.
So you begin to exit just as someone tries to grab the mic from the lounge singer. Oh my God! I'm in a desert of love. But you...
Is it the wife?
No, Ron and Poe are just lost in each other's eyes.
Oh my god.
But you begin to walk past the first set of double doors on the ground floor, which would lead down to the kind of the cellar, as it were. You head round to the second set of double doors that leads through that long hallway that pushes out to the back end of the estate, and you kind of come out into where the kind of patio meets with the vineyard itself. And there's a little bit of light that's kind of filtering through from the estate out onto the first kind of rows of the vineyard itself, but then eventually it just kind of disappears into darkness, which there is a little bit of moonlight that kind of filters through the clouds that gives you a little bit of light. But it's at this point that, with the help of Riley, kind of points out what does appear to be some sort of like an orangey hue kind of light, kind of absent-mindedly seeming like moving around the vineyard, kind of doesn't seem to be going anywhere in particular. Could just be a torch, could be something like a worker with like a lamp or something, but it's kind of hard to tell specifics with this dim light, unless you've got dark vision.
Oh.
No. Fuck. Nope.
No?
Yeah.
Explains why you can see it.
Yeah.
60 foot, baby.
So yeah, just towards the end of your dark vision, and about 60 feet away, is roughly where this wandering light is.
The ball of light.
The ball of light.
We gotta get closer. I can see it.
Okay.
It's there. I need to know what that is.
Well,
it's weird.
I'll follow your lead.
Right this way. And I'm like, we're going through the vineyard.
Yeah, passing through the
So I'm like
trees,
elbows, and the grapes are just like flying off.
If you could be a bit careful, I mean, this is property of the Akkadin Winery.
I wanted one of these earlier.
Just be careful.
Pick it up and eat it.
There are paths between all of these.
He's choosing to just whack everything out of the way, yeah.
There's a new path now.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving with much haste through these.
Okay,
These
you
bushes.
continue to push forwards. As you do, however, I need you all to make another dexterity saving throw for me, as the ground begins to shake once more.
Ooh. What's that? 17.
17, that's pretty good.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Oh God, no!
Dex saving.
Yes.
15.
15.
Natural one.
You love to see it. You
So,
would do.
as the ground begins to shake once more, Patrick, you've already done this. You kind of felt the soft tremors coming through the ground, and immediately kind of planted yourself, kind of bracing for it. Silas, a bit more aware this time. You managed to catch yourself as well. Riley, as you're stomping forwards, you trip over some of the vines with the shaking of the ground, and you once again eat shit. You fall face first into the dirt and the grapes, and it just gets all your grubby.
I'd like to think because of the shaking, the alcohol, and falling over, I get up and then I'm like, and I'm just sick down my tuxedo as well.
It happens. You bum on yourself.
It's happened again! What's up? Silas, I need napkins!
Seem to have an endless supply of these. Here we go. They just keep coming. What the fuck?
I'm just like grabbing on you get up.
It's okay. We'll get the gnome to clean you again.
Oh, my gnome friend! He did it with ease
Focus.
last time.
Focus.
Ball of light.
Yeah, so,
I'll go light a torch as well whilst we're heading that way.
okay, well, as he's fallen over and this commotion has happened, the ball of light has stopped dead. And as this kind of earthquake has happened, you do see what looks to be a bit of red light kind of emanating from the tip of the volcano itself. But not before that ball of light splits into another one. And then another one.
Oh, fuck.
And that's where we're going to end this prologue session for campaign 2 of Remarus. In the middle of a vineyard filled with 3 balls of light and someone with sick on them. Yeah.
And that's a party.
That's a fucking party and a half.
It's a pretty good party.
I just saw the blue man.
Wait, I just need to check something real
The
quick.
Verdant Man group.
Verdant.
That's it, yeah.
Let's see if they're already a group.
No, I just need to...
Oh, there's someone in the
Verdant's
chat.
green! No!
There's someone in the chat saying, this is the Blue Man group. Please cease and desist all imitation.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this weird return from a holiday break. Hopefully you found it somewhat interesting and fun and thought-provoking around the pronunciation of rosé.
What an idiot. What an idiot.
Oh, got now.
Got him.
Too many laughs. Too
Yeah.
many
Too many
fun
jokers.
times. Just to kind of cap everything off, of course, check us out on the various social media platforms of your choosing. Typically, it would be under either Dungeons, Dice and Dudes or DDND Pod. Hit us up on TikTok. We've got content coming out on there. If that is your cup of tea, let us know what kind of content you would like to see on there. Don't forget that you can watch this, the video content on Spotify if it lets us put it up there, and on YouTube as well. You can also use the discount code TheBriggsy for 5% off of your entire order over at GameTea. Don't forget to hit us up on Patreon if you would like to support the podcast and help give us money to get more sets and more cameras and lights and all that sort of stuff, just so we can make this even better for your viewing pleasure. And finally, but not last, well, finally, but is last,
But not least.
but not least, teamwork. Thinking critically, or Think Crit D&D. Please do check them out. It's an amazing podcast. It's way different to anything else out there, and it's pretty top tier content.
That's good shit.
Yeah. But that's it for us. We hope that you have a wonderful next couple of weeks. We will see you in the next session. And until then, look after yourselves, keep safe, and have a hecking good time.
Always.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.